Gojek and Grab are battling for supremacy in the Southeast Asian market after Uber pulled out of the region last year. Southeast Asia's two most valuable startups, or should I say decacorn, have been looking to rapidly expand in everything from mobile payments to food delivery. In this segment, I would like to present to you some data about the competition map between two largest players in online transportation in Southeast Asia. The first graphic will be about Southeast Asia region online transportation market share in 2019. As I told you before, the Southeast Asia region online transportation market share in 2019 in Malaysia, $0.9 million US dollar, in Vietnam, $1.1 million US dollar, the Philippines, $0.8 million US dollar, Thailand, $1.3 million US dollar, Singapore 2.9, and meanwhile Indonesia held the the country with the largest online transportation market share in 2019, which is reaching 5.7 million US dollar. The number of active ride-hailing users in Southeast Asia region reached 40 million users. The number doubled up from 2015. In the meantime, food delivery services market share only reached 400 million US dollar, and online transportation services reached 2.5 billion US dollar in 2015. In 2019, gross machine value of food delivery inclined to 5.2 billion US dollar, and online transportation service inclined to 7.5 billion US dollar. In 2025, it projected that food delivery will reach 20 billion US dollar, overtake the value of online transportation service at the same year. And how about the trend in 2025? Let's see the next data. Actually, it's still talking about a market share of online transportation, but the year we're pretty much doing the change. Actually, it is predicted into 2025. Malaysia, 3 million US dollar, Vietnam, 4 million US dollar, the Philippines, 4 million US dollar, Thailand, 5 million US dollar, Singapore, 7 million US dollar, and of course Indonesia once again held as the country with the largest online transportation market share, reaching 18 million US dollar. Based on Google Temasek Bain & Company research called Economy C 2019, market share of ride-hailing in Asian region will only reach 3 billion US dollar. But in 2019, it will incline to the level of 12.7 billion US dollar, and it is projected to reach 40 billion US dollar in 2025. So far, there are only two big players in Indonesia. They are Gojek and Grab. Countries that are being considered as potential market of Gojek and Grab are Indonesia and Vietnam. So how about the two players market share in Indonesia and Vietnam? I'm going to pretty much focus on the two countries. This is the Grab and Gojek market share in Indonesia and Vietnam. The green one for Gojek and the purple one is for Grab. For Gojek in Indonesia, the market share in 2019 reached 35.3, for Grab 64, and then in Vietnam for Gojek it reached 10.3, and then for Grab in Vietnam it reached 74. And based on the research of ABI Research, Grab lead online transportation market in Indonesia and Vietnam, which the occupied market share as much as 64% and 75%. As Grab's contender, Gojek occupied market share as much as 35.3% in Indonesia and 10.3% in Vietnam. Smart Mobility Principal Analyst ABI Research James Hudson said that the growth of online transportation services was slowing down in 2018. The penetration only reached 22 billion. In the meantime, in 2009 full year prediction, it is projected to reach below 22 billion US dollar. And how about the income of online transportation in the world from 2017 to 2023? Let's see the next data. So the trend, as you can see, it is projected to keep inclining, and in 2020 will reach 216.8 billion US dollar. In 2021, 251.3, and then in 2023, the online transportation income will reach 318.8 billion US dollar. The data was taken from Statista 2019. The income of ride-hailing in the world in 2018 reached 153.6 billion US dollar. Such a number increased 20.21% from previous year. There was only 127.8 billion US dollar. In 2019, the income from this sector predicted to reach 183.7 billion US dollar, or incline 19.59%. Online transportation seems like to be favorited by people in the next years. Income growth even predicted to incline 15.76% between 2019 to 2023. Strategies that had been, launched by Gojek and Grab to win customers' heart. And as a result, we can see the data about brand performance of Gojek and Grab. Okay, this is the brand performance of Gojek and Grab. The green one is for Grab and the blue one is for Gojek. In terms of performance, Grab reaching 69.4, but Gojek reaching 70.7. And then in terms of engagement, Grab only reached 68.2, but Gojek reaching 69.8. Loyalty for Grab 69.9, but for Gojek 70.6. For image, or the brand image, Grab reaching 70.2, and for the image, Gojek reaching 71.7. This one is taken from Alfara Research Center 2019. Alfara survey that involved 1,204 people as respondent in Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, Bekasi, Bali, Padang, Yogyakarta, and Manado showed that millennials favorited Gojek compared to Grab. 70.4% respondent chose Gojek as their online transportation provider. Respondent assessed Gojek performance is better than Grab. Such findings indicated by the list of indicators that are well executed by Gojek. They are performance, loyalty, engagement, and etc., as I mentioned to you earlier on the graphic. And that's it for today's graphic presentation. Stay tuned on Market Headlines. We'll be right back after the break.